Alright guys, Westford Concepts. I got a really fun video for you today. We're heading out, we're on the road heading to Alpha RC Raceways in Carbondale, Illinois. It's an indoor carpet facility. They have two pretty large tracks. One is an on-road track and the other one is a carpet off-road track. So I've got both of my carpet cars with me and let's get it going. Should be a good time.
Don't sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique. Let's trace the hits and check the file. Let's see who bit the dissect the style. I flip the script so they can't get filed. At least not now, it'll take a while. I change the pace to complete the beat. I drop the bass to MCs get weak. For every road they trace is a scar they keep. Cause when I speak, they freak to sweat the technique. I made my debut in '86 with a melody in a president's mix. And now I stay on target and refuse to miss. And I still make hits for beats. Parties, clubs, and cars and jeeps. My underground sound vibrates the streets. MCs wanna beef, then I play for keeps. When they sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique. They wanna know how many bombs have I ripped and wrecked, but researchers never found all the pieces yet. Scientists try to solve the context. Philosophers are wondering what's next. Pieces took to labs to observe them. They couldn't absorb them, they didn't deserve them. My ideas are only for the audience ears. For my opponents it might take years. Pencils, pens, and swords. Letters put together from a key to chords. I'm also a sculpture, born with structure. Because of my culture, I'm a rhythm instructor. Technical style that'll be full of technology. Complete sights and new heights after I get deep. You don't have to speak, just see. And peep the technique.
Alright, we made it down to Carbondale, Illinois at Alpha RC Raceways. So let's take a quick look. This place is really cool, it's really big. As I said before, it's all carpet indoor. So take a quick look at the carpet off-road track. So as you can see, there's the straightaway, which is diagonal. Goes around, sweeper. You see us crawling along there. Goes over a little hip pickup jump into a 180, back around, a little single. And key on this single is try to cut on the inside and land on the other side of the inside pipe over a triple. And then there's a back hip. Very tricky to hit this one right. There's very little gray area. Short shoot into another hip, back over a double, and then a tight left-hand turn down the diagonal straightaway. So you can see up here, we're on the driver's stand. Everybody's getting some practice. You got some of the pits back here. And then they have a little hobby shop down there. And on the other side, we have the on-road track. So we'll take a look at the on-road track next. All right, sitting over here at the on-road track on the driver's stand, so let's take a look at it. So this on-road track is super sweet. You can see it's got a back straightaway there, into a sweeper, back around to a little fork wheel, as I call them. Back slant down. This is very similar, kind of influenced like a pro level layout they had about a year ago or so. It was for the Hootie Indoor Champs. I like how it has the diagonal shoots. So really nice black carpet. I mean, it's in pristine condition. So man, I got to get my touring car out here and rip some laps. So you can see the driver's stand. Super nice, very big, plenty of room. You got some pits over there. Some pits over here and around the perimeter, as well as there's more pits back there. So anyway, pretty sweet setup they have in here. So this is my first time here, and man, really having fun, getting some practice in, and the track's really cool. The facility's awesome, so I look forward to coming back here more for the rest of the indoor point series they're doing this winter. So This is actually the first round of their winter indoor off-road point series. So it's 5 rounds. So we'll see how we do in the point series. So let's get it going. First round. All right, let's take a quick look under the hood of my Mugen Seiki MSB1 that's set up for carpet, and I'm running in the 17.5 tool drive buggy class. So take a look. So under the hood, ProTek 160 TBL servo. It's a Hobbywing XR10 Pro G3X Speedo. Futaba receiver, transponder, a ProTek 4800 milliamp hour 2S LiPo battery, and then this is the new Hobbywing 17.5 G4R motor, and I outfit mine with a high torque rotor. So overall, super happy with the package. Runs great, a lot of power, pulls wheelies. What else could you ask for in a 17.5 buggy? So as far as the setup, I'm just running the starting point, at least from Adam Drake, they use at AMain Hobbies at their track, Outback Raceway. And then I made a few tweaks. I inverted my rear shocks. You know, I took off the front wing. So that's really about it, though. I mean, the thing is super dialed, really easy to drive. I'm already close to pace lap time with it, and can't ask for more. Great buggy. So, all right, Saturday morning, race day's arrived, and just getting in a little bit of practice. Kind of a rough start to the morning. I flipped over on the track, had another car on the track hit me and broke a bunch of parts, and then this Hobbywing G3X/G4R combo just has a ton of power. I mean, the thing pulls wheelies. As I said yesterday's practice, I actually stripped a spur gear and a pinion gear with a really tight mesh on there. So if you run this combo with a direct drive kit, you know, probably have some extra spur gears, you know, this thing rips. So anyway, now I got the car fixed, so we're gonna get out there, get a little practice before the heats start, and we'll get this show on the road. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, it's time. Patrick, you're done. Xavier, you're done. Everybody else is going to the clock. Next time you cross, you will be done. Race number 9 up next. Nick, you're done. Wes, you're done.
All right, solid first run. All right, put in a decent round one TQ of 17.5 buggy. So overall, happy with how the car drove. Made a couple mistakes, so I'm gonna try to clean up in this next run and hopefully get about another lap or so. So we'll see how it goes. On to the next one.
Brandon, Jeremy, Sonia, Nick, Chris, Monet.
I'm broke. All right, a little bit of a rough round in round two. Broke again. Well, not really broke. I think my servo actually just skipped a tooth. I hit one of the track barriers pretty hard, so it's expected to happen on carpet with thin tires. So anyway, fixed that. Starting second in the AMain. Wish I was DQ, but it's all right. We're going to go ahead and race it out in the AMain. So we'll see how it goes. Pretty fast field, so it should be a lot of fun.
There you go. That's a start right there, boys. Arm is right. They're right together. Yay. All right, so it's Chris in front of Nick. I can tell that. 2:15 now. 5:45 go. Bringing the front west of the bunny. fourth, Nick sixth, Nick's fifth, John sixth, and Jeremy in seventh. 14.534, Brandon to Wes's 14.944. .245 down, 5:15 to go. See if you guys. Bonnie got you. Bonnie's the only one. Josh Dawson is down. Everybody's still on the clock. You'll be done when you cross. Just waiting for Brandon. That is a race. Brandon takes it. 33.815.
Man.
33.
Should have left those fluid sidewall tires on the front, man. That thing was so twitchy. All right, A1's over. I finished second overall in the first AMain of 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy. I'm also racing my two-wheel drive buggy just with my stock buggy. In A1, I actually broke that, but I just ran A2 with it and finished third, so that put me third overall actually for that class as well. So I'm voting with it, pretty cool. As far as the buggy, how it's going though, it just has a lot of steering right now, and I've been battling an issue with my steering link. Basically ripping the threads out of a little tiny steering link. So what I'm going to try to do is retrofit some other parts. I know that the team associated part is made out of a different type of like Bellering type of plastic, so I'm going to try to retrofit that when I get home, and hopefully that resolves it, never breaking again in the future. So but as far as the buggy, how it's driving, drives great. It is really twitchy because the grips come up. So what I've done actually is put a few different layers of glue on my front sidewalls. So I'm gonna put another layer of glue on it. I'm actually not gonna sauce the front tires, just sauce the rear. And we'll see how it goes, you know. Really what I think it needs is I have 80,000 in the rear diff. When the grip comes up, I think it'd be better to actually run 100,000 with the 2 gears in the rear diff. It would just kind of slow down that rotation a little bit, and the buggy be a little more compliant when the grip comes up. So anyway, starting P2 and A2 of 17.5. If I can pull out a win and get a heater of a run, it'll give me the first overall. So that's obviously the goal. But we'll see how it goes. So here we go.
I just pick out somebody.
They are 2 laps down for the pace. A 2-lap.
We're not up 2 laps down.
Actual time. So we'll see what happens. They're still right there. Brandon is moving along. Coming up on 5 down, 3 to go. 14.228 now for Brandon. West with a 14.9, Don 15.4, Jeremy 15.5, Chris 15.5, Josh with 19.7, Nick with a 15.3, Baby. Oh, nope, it got you. If you cross, you are done. Brandon, you're done. Wes, you're done. Chris, you're done. Bob, you're done.
Oh my God.
Just waiting for Mr. Teely. Everybody is done. Brandon takes out.
All right, we'll take it. Not the best run, but we got a second, so we'll take it.
Here, we can take pictures.
Good time today. Well, that's a wrap from round 1 of the Winter Points Series at Alpha RC Raceways. Had a killer time. It's an awesome facility. Great group of guys that run it. I'm really looking forward to the next round, which is in 1 month. Overall, in A2 of a 17.5 buggy, I got second place, so I took second place overall in that class, and then third place overall in mod two-wheel drive buggy. So, great day of racing. Can't ask for more than that. And I guess, one thing I do want to cover is setup changes. So, one thing I want to point out with these MSB1s, when the grip's lower on carpet, I wouldn't glue your front sidewalls. I run these pin swags from J Concepts, the fuzz bites in the rear, sauce both front and rear equally. Run 80K 2-gear in the rear diff. When the grip starts to come up, switch to 120K or maybe 100K in the gear diff, or just have a secondary one available. From there, when the grip's really high, glue up your front sidewalls and don't even sauce the front tires, or if you do, just light sauce and then wipe it off, or maybe just do the inside of the tire. So that's kind of the recommended options there. I wasn't as prepared this time. Next time I will be though, and we'll see if we can improve our finishing position. So until next one though, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.